The first contact between humans and the Nemi was supposed to be a diplomatic formality, at least. That was what the Terran delegation believed as their ship glided into the radiant mist of the Nemi frontier. For years, scanners had detected the faint signatures of Nemi activity, proving their presence but never revealing their form. Reports from distant probes claimed they possessed abilities beyond conventional understanding, but no one had ever seen one directly. Rumors spread that the Nemi communicated in ways that bypassed spoken language entirely. That was why the Terran envoy assigned a specialist to join the mission. A man named Aaron, a man who preferred silence over chatter, thought over bravado, and observation over assumption. His teammates often joked that he seemed born for quiet places. He never disagreed. Aaron stood near the viewport as the shuttle dropped through shimmering veils of violet mist. Static swept across the hull like the touch of unseen hands. The pilot muttered that the instruments were flickering again. Aaron only watched as pale shapes drifted in the mist. Not solid but luminous. He wondered if they were alive. The thought made his pulse quicken. When the shuttle touched down on a floating platform of unknown material, the ramp lowered soundlessly. The delegation stepped out with rehearsed confidence. Aaron stepped out with quiet curiosity. The platform connected to a bridge made of light, itself suspended over a churning sea of iridescent clouds. He felt the bridge hum beneath his boots, as if it recognized their presence. Then the Nemi appeared. They did not walk. They unfolded, shapes of light condensed into humanoid silhouettes, each figure shifting like living stained glass. Aaron felt a pressure in his mind, not painful but intimate, like a hand brushing across the surface of his thoughts. He stiffened. The others did too. The lead Nemi stepped forward. Her form settled into a more defined shape, a tall figure with luminous hair that rippled like liquid silver. Her eyes were bright and layered, as if every spectrum of light lived within them. She spoke without moving her mouth. "You hear me." The thought was not a voice, but a presence, a graceful resonance. Aaron felt it slide through his mind, searching the edges, but not invading. He swallowed hard. Yes. He had heard her. The rest of the team was frozen with shock. Their translator devices flickered, confused by a communication method beyond their capacity. Aaron felt her attention shift between each human before settling on him again. "You are the quiet one." The words brushed across his mind like a whispered observation. Aaron nodded. "I am the Nemi." Leader tilted her head. He sensed amusement. "Your thoughts do not clash. They do not grow loud." He realized what she meant. Some people thought in storms. Others thought in whispers. His thoughts were steady currents, calm and deliberate. He had always been that way. It was why many found him reserved or distant. But the Nemi leader did not seem displeased. In fact, she stepped closer. "I am Lara." Her name echoed in his mind with a soft warmth. Aaron felt a strange comfort in it, as if it carried emotion as well as meaning. Around him, his teammates exchanged uneasy glances. Their diplomatic officer finally stepped forward, clearing his throat. "We come in peace and hope to establish cooperation between our peoples." His voice wavered with tension. Lyra turned to him briefly, her form flickering in acknowledgement, but her focus returned to Aaron. "You hear with clarity. You think with intention. You do not push me away." Aaron hesitated. "Do not know how to push you away." Soft laughter rang in his mind like a chord plucked from a luminous instrument. Then it stopped as quickly as it came. Lyra extended her hand, shaped from light but strangely solid. "Touch is unnecessary. Understanding is enough." Aaron felt another ripple through his mind. Question. A request. Permission. He nodded again, giving it. Suddenly, he felt her deeper, not reading memories, not prying. Just sensing who he was beneath the surface. The quiet worries he never voiced. the cautious hope he carried, the longing for connection. He rarely admitted, even to himself, his fear of being misunderstood, his self-doubt, his quiet strength. Her presence swelled with warmth, you think with honesty. It is rare, Aaron felt his throat tighten, no one had ever said that. To him, not with words, certainly not with a direct doorway into the truth of his mind. Lyra's form glowed more brightly. You hide kindness beneath guarded silence, and you fear that others will not understand you. But I do. Something in him cracked open at that, not painfully, just truthfully. He exhaled a breath he didn't know he had been holding. The diplomacy team began their formal exchange, stepping away toward a crystalline structure that formed itself out of the air. Aaron moved with them, but Lyra walked at his side, not behind him, not ahead, exactly beside him. Her presence followed the rhythm of his thoughts. Every time he hesitated, she sensed why. Every time he felt awe, she shared it. Every time he grew tense, she softened. Inside the structure, the humans and Neme exchanged knowledge. Energy systems, cultural structures, environmental needs, threats and conflicts across the galaxy. Aaron listened, observing patterns in both sides. Lyra seemed content to focus on him. At one point, while the others debated a power distribution diagram, Aaron studied a floating display showing Neme communication. Patterns, light, pulses, mind echoes, emotional resonance. Lyra interpreted his curiosity. Instantly, we speak in thought and light. Words are shadows to us. You move between them with care. You listen to silence. I hear you without effort. Aaron shifted, feeling his pulse quicken again. You hear everything I think. No. Her tone warmed. Only what you allow. You speak in honesty, even when you say nothing. That is what I hear. He let himself absorb that. He wondered what she truly thought of him. Her answer came before he even formed a question. I like your thoughts. They are kind. They are steady. They do not harm. They do not twist. They do not hide malice. You carry a softness that you fear is weakness. It is not. He froze. The simplicity of the statement hit him harder than any flattery. It was not praise. It was truth. She had seen every crease and shadow of his inner world, not the polished version he offered to others. The real one. And she liked it, not tolerated it, not accepted it. Liked it. As the summit continued, Lyra guided him through the structure. She showed him how the walls responded to intention, and how the luminous pathways shifted according to emotional patterns. At each turn, she monitored his reactions with a gentle presence. He wondered if she knew he found her mesmerizing. He wondered if she knew he admired her calm precision. He wondered if she sensed the spark of respect he felt for her. Then he realized she did. She paused in the center of a hall, made entirely of floating prisms. Her form brightened. You think of me with curiosity and caution. Not fear, not desire to control, not intent to impress, just truth. It is beautiful to hear. He swallowed. Do not know how else to think. I am not complex. You are. Her reply flowed through him with certainty. Complexity does not require noise. You think like a clear river. Depth beneath stillness. Aaron stood motionless, feeling warmth gather in his chest. A warmth he had not expected on a mission meant only for diplomacy. Lyra reached out again, stopping her hand just short of his arm. He felt the energy radiating from it. May I? The request brushed his mind. Yes. Her hand settled on his arm with gentle heat. Rippled from the contact, Aaron inhaled sharply as a deeper resonance passed through him. Not invasive, not overwhelming. Just connection. A bridge. Lyra's form stabilized, becoming more defined than before. Her eyes glowed softly. Hear the thought you tried to quiet, the one you fear is foolish. Aaron's heart pounded. He knew exactly which thought she meant he had been trying to push it down ever since she first sensed him. It was the thought that she was not only extraordinary, but comforting, that she made him feel seen, that he felt drawn to her. Lyra stepped closer. It is not foolish. I welcome it. He stared at her. Stunned. You welcome it? Yes. Her thoughts radiated warmth. I have heard thousands of minds across eras. Many are loud with ambition. Many with deceit. Many with fear. Yours is quiet with sincerity. It is rare. It is bright. It brings harmony to my resonance. Aaron felt heat rise in his face. You like hearing my thoughts. Lyra's form shimmered like sunlight through water. I do more than like them. I cherish them. They are honest. They are steady. They are kind. And they look upon me with truth. Not legend or fear. Something inside him shifted. A barrier he had lived behind for years. Loosened. Not broken. Just opened. Aaron looked into Lyra's brilliant eyes. His thoughts steadied into a single clear line. I like you. Truly. Not because you can read my mind, because you see me. And you choose not to turn away. Her reply flowed into him like warm wind. I do not turn away. I draw closer. The hall brightened. The prisms spun in slow arcs, shifting colors in harmony with their shared resonance. Beyond the hall, the diplomats continued negotiating energy agreements, unaware of the quiet connection forming just a few steps away. Lyra lifted a hand toward the glowing ceiling. Our people fear humans because they do not understand you. They see strength and think of war. They see resilience and think of conquest. But you show another truth, a human heart that thinks with care, a mind that speaks without words, a presence that does not wound. Aaron let her words settle over him. He had never thought of himself as remarkable. Just a quiet man doing his duty. Yet here he was, standing before an alien mind reader who found meaning in the thoughts he tried to keep small. Lyra placed her hand against the center of her chest. Light spiraled outward. Among the Nemi we form resonance bonds with those who bring harmony. It is not a vow. It is not ownership. It is understanding. If you allow it, I would form such a bond with you, not as a diplomat, not as a symbol, as one mind choosing to know another. Aaron felt his breath catch. He searched his thoughts for doubt. For fear, for hesitation. He found only a steady warmth. I allow it. Lyra's form became radiant. Her hand reached toward him, not touching physically, but aligning with the pulse of his thoughts. Aaron felt a soft vibration in the air. The prisms above spun faster, responding to the forming bond. A gentle pulse flowed from her to him. Warm, bright, understanding. He did not lose himself. She did not enter without permission. It was a connection built on consent and resonance. A bridge, not a breach. When the bond settled, Lyra stepped back to observe him. You shine more brightly now. Your thoughts have color. They carry warmth. So do yours. Aaron smiled. Small but sincere. He did not need to project the thought. She heard it naturally. Their moment was interrupted when the diplomatic officer called Aaron's name, asking for his insight on a new proposal. Aaron walked back with Lyra beside him. The others noticed their closeness, but said nothing. Something in the air had changed. As negotiations continued, Aaron contributed with newfound clarity. He understood the Nemi logic better. He sensed Lyra's guidance through the bond, not instructing but enhancing his perception. The agreements formed more smoothly than expected. When the summit concluded, the delegation prepared to return to their shuttle. Lyra, accompanied them to the edge of the luminous bridge. Aaron paused before stepping aboard. Lyra faced him, her form steady and warm. "Will you return?" He did not hesitate. "Yes, if you will have me." Lyra's eyes softened. With radiant light, "I chose your thoughts. I chose your presence. I chose the harmony we share. I will always have you." Aaron felt the truth of it resonate through him like a song he had always known but never heard. Aloud, he stepped onto the ramp, turning once more to meet her gaze. Lyra lifted her hand in a gesture of quiet promise. "When you think of me, I hear it, and I cherish it." The ramp closed. The shuttle lifted. Aaron watched her luminous figure fade into the radiant mist. But the warmth of her presence stayed with him. Not a voice. Not a command. A connection. A bond. A quiet harmony shared between two minds from worlds apart. One human. One Nimai, bound not by duty or destiny, but by honesty. By understanding. By the simple truth that she could hear his deepest thoughts, and she loved them.